YouTube? This is Vargas XX78, back again with another collection pickup video. Just wanted to share with you guys the stuff that I've gotten since the last video that I recorded. Like always, a lot of different stuff to talk about, so let's get started. First off, went to Cinepolis, and if you follow my channel and watch my videos, you know that I like collecting the 3D collectible cups. And the one that I was hoping I wouldn't miss out on was the Deadpool set of cups. They have popcorn buckets and they have the 3D cups, and they had two, so I picked up both of them. I don't know how well the 3D effect is gonna look, but you can see here Deadpool, the face goes whoa 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 whoa, and then you got Deadpool being like, "Hey there, I'm Deadpool." And then the other design that they had that I also picked up has Deadpool going, "What's up? Hey. What's up? Hey." And this one just gets bigger. But I really like the cups. I collect the cups, but I really like the design of both of these. The popcorn buckets didn't really have anything except the Deadpool logo and Deadpool going like this. But they didn't have any 3D effects. But this one's did. And we went to see Deadpool recently, and honestly, it was a really good movie. I don't know what version. There was some controversy online that here in Mexico it got cut, but I've heard people say that it did get edited. I heard other people say that it didn't get edited. So I don't know exactly what version we got, because there was a lot of controversy whether or not that thing was going to come out as an R or as a PG-13. I know there's a lot of people that wanted a PG-13. And there's a lot of people, myself included, that wanted to see the R one. But I know there are some, for example, China. I know China banned the movie, but I don't know how much we actually got here. Like I said, I've heard people say that it's edited. I've heard people say that we got the full version. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But as a movie itself, the movie's really good. It's really funny. Unlike Wolverine Origins, they did Deadpool justice, like, really, really well. Ever since they announced that Ryan Reynolds was going to be Deadpool, I thought that was perfect casting, and it worked out great. And I've already announced the sequel because Deadpool made a whole bunch of money, so a sequel is eventually going to be on the works, and that's going to be cool because honestly, again, the movie is really, really awesome. So yeah, if you haven't watched Deadpool, go watch it because it's really good. So I got the Deadpool cups. Also got some books. I don't usually talk about books because it's really hard to find books, but went to an Overwheels with the wife and I picked up this, Mystery Messages. It's I thought it was a little more in-depth, but it's a very, very small look at secret codes and how to decipher them. Again, I don't know why. I should have realized that by looking at the cover, it was a children's book. It has some interesting information, but nothing really in-depth like I wanted. But it still, it still has some codes and codex and stuff like that. So yeah, I got it really cheap, so I'm not complaining. Got this. Picked up Shogun, a novel of Japan. Was really excited because again, if you watch my channels or my videos, you know that I love Japanese culture, especially the samurai period of Japan. I don't know what it is about that period, but I really, really have an obsessive interest on the culture and the history and everything. So I picked this one up, really happy, started flipping through it, and the story already was midway, so I was like, what's going on here? But I didn't realize it's volume 2. So I have to track down volume 1 to really get the full story. So, for my wife, I picked up Breaking Dawn, the last of the Twilight books, but this one has a CD in it, so it's a slightly different collectible than the one my wife has. But yeah, my wife really did she liked the movies a lot more than the novels, but yeah. And the last book I picked up is this one. It's The Pleasures of Archaeology by Carl E. Mayer. There was a time in my life where I wanted to be an archaeologist, mostly because of Indiana Jones. I guess that might happen to a lot of people. that watched those movies that they wanted to be an archaeologist, or like when Jurassic Park. Well, actually, in my case, it was before Jurassic Park. I wanted to be a paleontologist and go around digging dinosaurs and stuff. But anything that has to do with those areas, archaeology or paleontology, I find really really fascinating. Unfortunately, because of health problems that developed when I was a kid, because of the dust and the allergies and everything, that kind of stomped my dreams of being a famous archaeologist or paleontologist. But I'm still fascinated by the whole areas that involve that. Every time I'm watching the History Channel or KPBS, and they have something about, I don't know, uncovering ancient cities, or they discovered a new kind of dinosaur, I'm always sitting there and I watch the whole thing through, because they're subjects that I find interesting. Went shopping really randomly with my wife, and I picked up this uh, Teeny Babies ball thing with the Ninja Turtles. This is Leonardo, who, if you've watched my videos, is my favorite turtle of all time. Like most people, I identify myself with a turtle. In my case, it's Leonardo because I'm the oldest of four brothers. So yeah, that's why Leonardo's my turtle. Plus, I like the swords because, again, I have a thing for Japanese samurai culture. So even though they're not, samurai swords, it has that motif. So, and blue is my favorite color, so it worked great. So this one, I have to wash it. But it'll eventually go to my daughter. It's kind of thing that she can play with. So that's going to her. Video games picked up for the Nintendo DS, Sims 2 Castaway. I want to get the Into the Blue series from Konami. Uh, Basically, what that is, that you're a castaway. You find yourself in an island, and you have to find resources to survive. This is kind of the same thing, but with The Sims. You have to build shelter, and you have to find people and animals and stuff like that. It's a port of the PC version. It's not that bad, but the graphics are kind of wonky. A friend from work gave me this. It was a gift. She gave me Mercury Meltdown Revolution. Um, I guess she didn't want it. She knew I was a gamer, so she gave it to me. I haven't actually had a chance to play it, but any Wii game that I can add to the pile, it's great. Picked up for the Wii U Nintendo Land. I didn't own this. It was a free package from most Wii U games early on. It's a collection of mini games. You can play mini games with Zelda. You can play mini games with Pikmin, with Metroid. I've always been curious to pick it up, but I found it cheap, and it's pretty fun. It's not. I've heard the comparison online. It's basically like the Wii U's version of Wii Sports. Basically, it's just a really big tech demo to see what the Wii U can do and how you can interact with the gamepad. But it's still fun. One console that I have a lot of trouble finding games for is the Dreamcast. I own a Dreamcast, but I only own like 23 games. 24 with this one. I picked up Area Wings, published by Crave. I don't know if it was developed. No, it's developed by CSK Research Institute. Basically, it's a flight sim. It's a flight sim, like, I don't know, like Top Gun, or I forget this really long series. I don't know. But again, a lot of difficulty finding Dreamcast games, and I saw that one. It was relatively cheap. I picked it up, so now I have 24 Dreamcast games. For the PlayStation 1, I picked up, again, thinking ahead for my daughter. I picked up Barbie Race and Ride. It's a horse simulator. You go with Barbie and you race horses, and you can ride them through parks and forests and stuff like that. And they also have a couple of mini games. She might like it, she might not like it, I don't know, but I picked it up for her. Oddly enough, the PlayStation 3 reads PlayStation 1 games. It doesn't read PlayStation 2 games, but it reads PlayStation 1 games. So, as she gets older, I want to start her off with the Nintendo, and then Super Nintendo, then 64, and so on. So, when she's old enough to play the PlayStation, I'll let her play this. Also, thinking of my daughter, I picked up Nintendogs, the French Bulldog edition. This is Nintendogs Plus Cats for the 3DS. Uh, she's still 7 months old, so obviously I don't use the 3D. I take off the 3D. I take off the 3D effect. So she's kind of curious about seeing the dog bark and everything. So I'm hoping she'll like this again when she's older. And the last game I picked up is the Simpsons video game for the PlayStation 3. I've been trying to look for this game. I've been looking for this game for a while. And at GameStop, which is the only place that carries them, it's always expensive. It's almost as if it was new because it's Simpsons, and usually Simpsons collectibles or Simpsons items demand a very high price. I've heard it's not the best game, but it has the Simpsons on it. And also, because I'm a big Simpsons fan, I've been trying to get this game for the PlayStation 3 or the Wii. I was able to get it really, really cheap for the PlayStation 3, so that got added to the collection, so I'm really happy about that. My PlayStation 3 collection is actually pretty awesome. It doesn't have that much missing. One moment, because I actually did forget something. My brother-in-law went to a Cholos games, and he got for me this Cholo Cup featuring number 7 on our team, Gabriel Wauche. I don't know. I have a couple of Cholo Cups. I have the Cholo Cups from the team that used to be before, because they made a whole bunch of switches and changes. So I'm not that familiar with the new team. But yeah, thanks to my brother-in-law for getting this for me. My father-in-law bought these for my wife. He knows that she's trying to collect little Star Wars figurines. So he saw them at an Overwheels and picked this up for her, but they're going to our mutual pile. And this is a small figurine of AG88. IJ88? I don't know. Not really sure about that one. And this one I'm not that sure. I know he's missing the hat, but he's a bounty hunter that appeared in a season of Star Wars The Clone Wars. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, at the top of my head, but I know he's missing a hat because I've seen him with a hat, and this thing's kind of broken, but some super glue would fix that. But this is going into our mutual Star Wars collection. So that's as far as I got with the other stuff. The last couple of stuff I'm going to talk about is movies. I've been amassing an insane amount of movies because, like I might have mentioned before in a previous video, I have this Facebook seller that every week he gets amazing finds. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to actually go to an Overwheels in a long, long time, so I haven't been able to actually hunt. If I find something, I find it at the last remaining Blockbuster that we have here, or at Walmart in the discount bin. Even Big Lots, but this guy, I don't know how he does it, or where he goes, but he's been finding a lot of really, really cool gems. Stuff that I've been looking for a long, long time, he's found it. So mostly I've been picking up movies because at least I've been picking up 8 or 9 movies each week that I've gone with him. So yeah, a lot of movies. My wife really, really likes this particular movie that we got from him. It's Ashley Judd and Natalie Portman in Where the Heart Is. I haven't seen this movie. She was telling me about Natalie Portman plays this girl that gave birth to a kid in Walmart. So she was known as the Walmart baby. But again, I've never seen this movie. So my wife's been trying to get me to see it, but I haven't actually been able to sit down with that. I want to build to my Nicolas Cage collection. Again, if you follow my channel or watch my videos, you know that there are certain actors that I really, really enjoy and I try to collect for. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Robin Williams, Jackie Chan, and Nicolas Cage. And I've been trying to look for this particular version. There's a prettier version with a chrome cover, but this is the 2-disc special edition of Lord of War. I just really enjoy Nicolas Cage. He has been in a couple of movies that he's not that good, but crazy Nicolas Cage, or really good acting Nicolas Cage, is what I enjoy, and he's really good in this. So yeah, it's the 2-disc edition. So this is the version that I've been trying to look for. So really happy to add that to the Nicolas Cage pile. I'm a kid from the 80s. I grew up watching 80s movies. The 80s is honestly, I think, in music and in movies, the best decade ever. And from Michael Douglas, I've been trying to look for this movie. And again, that Facebook seller had it. It's Romancing the Stone, going really, really back. There's another one. There's a Jewel of the Nile or something with the Nile. I don't remember. But this is Romancing the Stone. The Nile one is the sequel, and this is really good. It's a really funny action romance kind of movie. The best description I can give to the new generation is Uncharted. The style that the Uncharted trilogy handles is very. I would honestly say it's inspired in this one and the other movie. But I really enjoyed this movie when I was a kid, so really happy to add this to the collection. A director that I started enjoying, but then went really downhill is M. Night Shyamalan. I love The Sixth Sense. I love Unbreakable. Signs, that's the one that, for myself and a lot of people, showcased that something was wrong, and then it went downhill. But The Happening and Devil are really good movies for all the wrong reasons. But I needed Devil. I wanted to get this movie. It's the rental version. Doesn't have any special features, which sucks. But and Night Shyamalan's. If I want to get a complete set, I still have to get After Earth, The Last Airbender, and The Visit. And honestly, out of those three movies, I'm only interested in The Visit. The other two, no thank you. But this is a good. It's a good premise. The execution is not that good. It's like The Happening. The Happening is supposed to be this really epic thriller, and it comes off as a comedy. So that one's the same thing. Another of my favorite directors is Tim Burton, but he's been hit or miss. He's released some amazing movies that I love to this day, and then there's some other movies that are hit or miss. A lot of people hate this movie. I'm in the middle ground, and it's Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. But this is the 2-disc version that I've been also looking for a long, long time, and this seller had it. Doesn't have the booklet, but it's this one, disc 2. The makeup for the apes is amazing. But if I had to pick a really good reboot, it would be the one with the new ones, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes and the other one. Even though the CG in that one sometimes it looks really good, sometimes it looks really, really bad. If I don't know, if they could find a middle ground between the awesome makeups and that story, that would have been awesome. But this is not one of Tim Burton's best movies. This one and Dark Shadows and Alice in Wonderland are movies that I don't enjoy of his. Still trying to look for Ed Wood. I've had a hell of a time looking for Ed Wood. I'm hoping somewhere down the line I'll get it. Also, I'm a big fan of kung fu movies, martial arts movies. When I was a kid, I don't know why they would pass a lot of really bad kung fu movies on TV, and I would sit down and I would watch them because I liked the kung fu. Even though the dubbing was pretty bad, and that kind of made the movie come off as a lot more cheaper than it is, but I would watch the whole thing through, so I love martial arts movies. I don't know if it's because I would watch a lot of really bad kung fu movies that I get a kick out of bad kung fu movies. But I also enjoy the ones that have great kung fu. So I'm always on the lookout to pick up some. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. I don't know how good it is, but it's Buddhist Fist. But it's a Mexican print, so it says Los Puños de la Muerte. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. I haven't actually had a chance to watch any of these movies because between my duties as a husband and as a parent. It's kind of hard to actually sit down and watch a movie, but I'm still picking them up. Picked up for my wife season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My wife, it's one of the many things that makes her awesome, but she actually watches and enjoys Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I thought that was freaking amazing that she likes Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'm trying to track down as many seasons of this as I can, but you gotta start with the first one. So we have season 1. Picked up Definitely Maybe just because Ryan Reynolds is in it and he's Deadpool, so he's cool. He's a funny guy. His interviews are funny. His movies are funny. The movies where he he's in them. Even Wolverine Origins, that part where he's Deadpool without the whole thing and the ridiculous Baraka claws, he was good in that. So yeah, I picked up definitely maybe. It's a funny romantic comedy. I own the Lindsay Lohan reboot, and I'm trying to track down the one with Bruce Campbell, but I've researched that, and the version of Herbie with Bruce Campbell apparently never got released on DVD. I don't know if that's changed with Blu-ray, but I like to get the original and the remake. That one's been remade, but I picked up the Love Bug. For my daughter, I do want to pick up as many Disney movies as I can, live action and animated. So yeah, I picked up Herbie. I don't know how well she'll react to Herbie, but this is the original Herbie the Love Bug. I want to track down the Bruce Campbell version, but again, as far as I've researched, that thing never came out on DVD. And I have the Lindsay Lohan version. Love Pokemon. I love Pokemon, even though it's gone through so many generations, and Ash is still the same. It's weird that he hasn't aged anything. So I love Pokemon. I love picking up stuff from Pokemon. So I picked up Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life. I have never seen this one. The only movies I've seen the most is the first one with Mewtwo, the second one with Lugia, and I'm trying to track down the third one with Entei. But any Pokemon movie that I can add to the pile, I always do. I think I also have the Oxus one. Again, thinking ahead between my wife and my daughter, picked up Rio. This was a good animated movie. I thought it was pretty awesome. Not the best of the DreamWorks movies, but it was still pretty good. I still liked the concept. And my wife likes Rio and Brazil and everything like that. It's one of the reasons that the Fast and the Furious 5 is one of her favorite of the series, because it takes place in Brazil. Again, this is another one for my daughter. Picked up Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. I already own Cinderella 1, and I own Cinderella 3. So this will complete my Cinderella collection. And again, I'm hoping that my daughter will enjoy these Disney movies. The seller posted that he had The Godfather Part 3. I own 1 and 2. I needed 3. Even though a lot of people say it's not the best one, I still wanted to complete my Godfather set and my Al Pacino set. But it turns out he had this version. It's part of a box set, but it's The Godfather Part 3. Very, very thin cardboard slipcase. I'm actually thinking how I'm going to be able to make this a little more sturdier. I might be able to break it apart and put it in a DVD case. But added another movie to my Al Pacino collection and completed my Godfather set. Another Disney movie. I own the original one, so I wanted this one, and this is Race to Witch Mountain, starring The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Honestly, I've never seen this one. So I've seen the May where the kids are in the taxi that The Rock drives, and they tell him something. He turns like, what? So yeah, but I've never actually seen this movie. Bruce Willis. Also want to get a nice Bruce Willis set, and I picked up The Last Boy Scout. This one I've actually been looking for a long while. This one and Death Becomes Her are the two Bruce Willis movies that I've rarely seen. But this Facebook seller had it, and I picked it up. So now I'm a little bit more closer to completing a Bruce Willis set. Need Death Becomes Her. Always on the lookout for wrestling DVDs. Because of the network, it's been getting kind of hard to find. In the wild, like swap meets and overwheels, I've rarely found any wrestling DVDs. I usually find them at Walmart. And that was the case here. Walmart had... They don't usually have that many, but once in a blue moon, they do release a bunch of wrestling DVDs for $5. This one was $3.74, and the other two that... actually, I picked up 4 more. This one and 3 more. But I picked up Mankind, The Life and Career of Mick Foley. It's basically a 3-disc document. It has 1 disc with the documentary and 2 additional discs with matches and stuff, but it comes wrapped in Mr. Sacco. So yeah, I've been looking for the Mankind DVD. I don't know if this is the first one or the second one, because I know there's 2 Mick Foley DVDs, but Mick Foley was a great wrestler. He and The Undertaker had that amazing Hell in a Cell. So yeah, love these wrestler specific DVDs. I still have to track down the Eddie Guerrero one, the Stone Cold Steve Austin one, and the Bret Hart one. So if I can get those three, that would be pretty cool. They also had Rumbles between the wrestler DVDs and the WrestleMania DVDs. The other DVD pay-per-view event that I try to look for the most is the Royal Rumble. I just love the dynamic of the Royal Rumble, even if sometimes the event itself is hit or miss. But picked up Royal Rumble for 2013, which had The Rock defeat CM Punk for the WWE title. And this is the one, I don't remember who won the Rumble this year. No, I don't remember who won the Rumble this year. But I like the event. It's a nice event, and I wish I could get the rest of the Royal Rumble DVDs. The other Rumble one I picked up is Royal Rumble 2015. This one was pretty good for this. It had Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins versus John Cena. And they put up a really, really good match. I liked this event. This one, not so much. It wasn't that good, the Rumble itself. This is the Rumble that Roman Reigns won. And had a lot of controversy with that because The Rock helped him out. And everyone wanted Bryan. But the WWE pushed, basically forced Roman Reigns. And I have nothing against Roman Reigns. He has a very impressive look. A very limited wrestling set, and his mic skills could use a little bit more improving. But that's the WWE's fault. They're not selling him right. And that's unfortunate because I have nothing against Roman Reigns. For my wife, I picked her up How I Met Your Mother Season 3. Me and her love this series. It's funny, it's charming, and I want to get the complete set. For her, I've only been able to get the Friends complete set, and How I Met Your Mother, we have Season 2, Season 3, which I picked up at Big Lots, Season 8 and 9, so I'm still missing a couple of seasons. This one, my wife had it, but, she added it, she found it somewhere in her parents' house, and she wanted to add it. And this is Amelie, a 2-disc, 1-disc, 2-disc collector's edition set. Everything's in Spanish, but it's a foreign movie. I usually prefer to get my movies with English if they're American. If they're foreign, they could be Spanish or they could be English. It's okay. I'm not that picky when it comes to that. So my wife found this, so we added it to the mutual collection. Also, she found Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol. This is an animated movie. The animation is kind of creepy, and it doesn't come close to my favorite version of A Christmas Carol, which is the George C. Scott version. But it's not that bad. It's okay. She also found Beethoven 1 and 2. This is a 2-movie set with Beethoven. The first Beethoven I thought was pretty cool. Second one, not so much. And the last movie that she found in her parents' house was My Girl and My Girl 2. This is with Macaulay Culkin. If I remember right, he dies being stung by bees. And I've never even seen My Girl 2, so... oddly enough, I've been looking for this movie for a while, too, because I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big Julia Roberts fan or romantic comedies, but my wife liked it, so I've been trying to look for it for a while. And I picked up Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. And I've seen this movie once, and I didn't think it was bad or anything, but it's not my cup of tea. Schwarzenegger, like I said, I'm always on the lookout for Schwarzenegger movies, and I picked up Junior. Honestly, I prefer Twins, because in this movie he co-stars with Danny DeVito. Twins is a way better movie than this. This is not a good movie, and the premise is ridiculous to say the least. But it's Schwarzenegger, so I'm a completist, and I want to get all the Schwarzenegger movies that I can. This movie I've also been trying to look for a while, and before he was Batman and before he was Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton was Mr. Mom, and it's a gender reversal. Michael Keaton has to stay at home to take care of his kids while his wife works, and he finds that it's a lot harder than he thought it would be. But I like this movie. I like Michael Keaton as an actor overall. So yeah, I was really psyched to find this one. I actually still need to find Desperate Measures. He was really good in Desperate Measures. Picked this one from that Facebook seller, Beyond Reanimator. I have the first Reanimator, so now I have to track down Bride of Reanimator to complete my Reanimator set. Also, I've been trying to hold out for the Blu-ray version, or at least the DVD version that has the whole bunch of special features. But again, the seller had this one, and it was a good price. I honestly got it for a good price. So I picked up The Sound of Music. I love The Sound of Music. My wife loves Mary Poppins, and that's a better movie. But The Sound of Music is also pretty good. I love the music. And I love Julie Andrews. I hope. Yes, it is Julie Andrews. I had a memory gap there. But it's a good movie. I enjoyed The Sound of Music. If I find the Blu-ray disc cheap, because of the Blu-ray has a whole bunch of special features, and or that really cool version of The Sound of Music that comes with 2 discs instead of the single disc, I'll probably pick it up. At Walmart, we went back and they still had a couple of wrestling DVDs, but this is the one I was interested in. I picked up for $3.74. Breaking the Code: Behind the Walls of Jericho. Jericho, when he came into WWE during the Attitude Era, he was really cool. Then he kind of lost his way, and nowadays he's not even a shadow of what he was. But this documentary is pretty cool, and it has a lot of really cool matches. I already own a version of Blade Runner, but this is Blade Runner, the final cut, which is, I don't know if this is the one that Ridley Scott did. Because there's 3 versions of this. There's the theatrical version, there's the director's version, which is not, Ridley Scott had nothing to do with it. So yeah, this is the one that he came back and re-edited. But this is the 2-disc version. This one, this 2. So yeah, I'm not gonna get the theatrical cut of Blade Runner, but got this at a good price, so I decided to give it a shot because I have heard that the final cut and the director's cut are 2 different beasts, and I only have the director's cut, so I had to see the definitive version. Going back to Nicolas Cage, I picked up It Could Happen to You. Nicolas Cage is a cop that wins a multi-million-dollar lottery ticket. And he promises to give half to this waitress, but his wife doesn't want him to do it. It's Nicolas Cage. Saw this one on TV. Didn't see it when it came out in theaters, but I thought it was pretty good. I laughed, and it had a good ending. It's Kevin James, Here Comes the Boom. A lot of people are not a fan of Kevin James, but this movie was pretty good, I thought. A movie that I'm trying to track down for a while is Stand By Me. I remember watching this a lot when I was a kid, so I've been trying to look for it. And every time I find it, it's either scratched as hell or it's in a really bad shape. But this one's brand new. I picked it up from that Facebook seller. So just have to open that baby up and watch it. Picked up The Mist, another movie that I've been trying to track down for a while. This movie is effective, but what really works is the ending. The ending to this thing is a really, really downer ending, and that's what makes it awesome. If you haven't seen The Mist, watch it, and then, if you don't really care, or if you're one of those desensitized people, it's not gonna have any effect. But the ending, wow, that is one hell of an ending. Going to Nicolas Cage, and I'm really psyched that I found this. I picked up Vampire's Kiss. I've been trying to look for this movie for a long ass time. And I've heard that it's out of print, so maybe that's the reason why I haven't been able to find it. But this guy found it. And this movie, along with The Wicker Man, is what created a whole bunch of memes starring Nicolas Cage. And this performance is off the wall. Holy moly. Nicolas Cage goes batshit crazy, no pun intended, goes batshit crazy in this movie. And it's amazing. The movie itself is not that good. But the performance is, honestly, you have to watch it to believe it. To try to complete my Paranormal Activity, which is also a series that started off really well and then kind of went downhill. I picked up Paranormal Activity, the Mark ones. I'm only missing the Ghost Dimension, and I'll complete my Paranormal Activity set, but this one was not that good. And unlike The Mist, the ending to this is ridiculous because they introduced time travel. And I love time travel, but I love time travel done well. For my wife, I picked up Spy. We wanted to go watch this in the theater. We didn't have a chance, but this is a funny-ass movie. We laughed a lot with that movie. Picked up Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, it has a lot of water damage. I'm hoping that it won't come out later. But it has a lot of really water damage, actually. But it's a movie I've been trying to look for a while. I would have preferred the Criterion version of this, but honestly, I wanted it so bad that I picked it up from that Facebook seller. And it's a trippy movie. Picked up Horrible Bosses. A funny comedy, in my opinion. I enjoyed this one a lot. For Jet Li collection, I picked up Legend of the Red Dragon. I've never seen this movie, but like I said before, huge into martial arts. Picked up Zodiac, mostly because of the cast, because it has Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr., and the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. So yeah, this one was pretty good as far as I remember. Picked up Stay Alive, but the unrated version, which I've heard is the better version. It's about this video game that if you play it, it kills you. It has a lot of inconsistencies. They try to reference video games, but they don't do it that well. But I'm hoping the unrated version... I've heard that the unrated version is a lot better than the theatrical one. Picked up Feast unrated. I remember watching this, the normal version, I guess. I don't know what version I saw. I haven't seen this one. This one was a good creature feature. It had a lot of nice monster designs, a lot of blood and guts and stuff. So I'm hoping this is good. Picked up The Last Starfighter. I haven't seen this movie in years. I think I only saw it once back in the 80s. I know that they released an NES game based on this. So I'm hoping I can sit down and watch this one. For my kid, picked up Curious George. Hoping she'll get a kick out of that. And to add to the Disney collection, I want to start for her The Tower of Terror, based on a ride. I'm not sure if this is the first attempt that Disney did to try to make a movie out of a ride. I don't know if this came before the Haunted Mansion. I'm pretty sure this came out before the Haunted Mansion. But yeah, it stars Steven Gutenberg and Kristen Dunst. So hoping that will be good. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I'm almost at the half an hour mark. Picked up the Scream bonus DVD. This was part of a box set that had Scream 1, 2, and 3, and it had this bonus DVD. I have Scream 1, 2, and 3, so I saw this and I picked it up because it's the bonus one. I've heard that this one is a lot harder to find, so that was cool. Another Disney movie that I've been trying to track down for my kid is The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. This is a good movie, I thought. Lindsay Lohan was amazing in this. It's really sad to see where she is right now, because she had a lot of potential. She honestly did. She played two different characters in this, and it was amazing. It was a good movie. Really happy to add this to my Jackie Chan collection. Picked up Mr. Nice Guy. It's a quirky Jackie Chan movie, but I enjoyed it a lot. It has everything that you would expect from a Jackie Chan movie, and I'm really happy to add this one. I'm still missing Drunken Master, Around the World in 80 Days, Gorgeous, and The Spy Next Door. For my wife, I picked up Duplex. She really enjoys this movie, so I picked it up for her. But I've never seen this particular version because it comes with one disc, two discs. One's full screen, one's widescreen, so I've never seen this before. Usually when it has full screen and widescreen, it comes within the same single disc. Or it's one of those flip discs where you can do side A is widescreen, side B is full screen. Very interesting. Picked up The Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. It's based on the amazing Prince of Persia game series, but it's not that cool because they don't use the sands that much. They don't use time travel that much, so it kind of failed in that aspect. picked these up. Really excited to pick these ones up. It is the Super Mario Brothers Super Show DVD with 5 episodes. Mario Spellbound. Picked up Super Mario Show Box Office Mario with 5 episodes. And Super Mario Brothers Mario of the Deep. So I've heard it, and I've seen it on Amazon that there's a box set with the whole complete series. But I got these at a good price. I already have 2. So I don't know how many episodes I'm missing from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show series. Another Disney DVD picked up Meet the Robinsons, where this kid from the future takes back his ancestor to show him the future, and hilarity ensues. Add to that, I've never seen this one, but I've heard good things about it. It's Laid to Rest, the unrated director's cut. I heard it has some amazing kills and some really cool effects, so looking forward to that. Been looking forward to getting this for a while for my Schwarzenegger collection, Jingle All the Way. This is a hard-ass movie to find. I've never seen it in the wild. I've never seen it at Walmart. And that Facebook seller had it, and I had to pick it up right away. So Jingle All the Way. From Schwarzenegger, I'm still missing a couple of key movies, but this one was the big one. Picked up The Descent, unrated. The Facebook seller, and I've seen this in the overwheels, but it's the regular theatrical cut. This is the unrated cut, so looking forward to that. He had Avatar, but it's a 1-disc set, no special features whatsoever, which kind of sucks because I'm a huge special feature whore, but it was a good price, so yeah. Another Disney movie picked up Holes, starring Shia LaBeouf. I'm not sure if this is his first movie, but it has Shia LaBeouf. I've never seen it. Honestly, the only thing I know of it is from a Disney December that the Nostalgia Critic did. The Nostalgia Critic did. So he said it was good. This one I do remember watching, and I picked up The Black Stallion. A lot of people get confused because the covers look kind of the same, between The Black Stallion and Black Beauty, but they're 2 different things. Even though the horses are both black, but this is pretty good. Picked up Arachnophobia. It was a good creature feature. Not that good. I remember watching it once when I was a kid and thinking it was okay, but not the best one. Picked up Election. Been looking forward to getting this movie for my Reese Witherspoon collection. Now I just need Walk the Line. Picked up The Crush, starring Alicia Silverstone. I remember it was good. I haven't seen it in years. Picked up Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Wayne's World. A lot better than Wayne's World 2. If I find Wayne's World 2, I'll pick it up. But this one was pretty good. This one was pretty awesome in the 90s. So happy to add that. One more Nicolas Cage movie, Racing Arizona. Has very, very young Nicolas Cage. Good one. I need Matchstick Men, and I need Leaving Las Vegas. Those 2 movies are the 2 great movies that he has that I still need to own. Matchstick Men is cool. He's cool in Matchstick Men. And Leaving Las Vegas is the one that got him his Oscar. And his performance in that is, wow. He's great in Leaving Las Vegas. And the last movie I got is a gift from a friend at work, and that's Little Miss Sunshine. Quirky little movie starring the girl from Zombieland and Steve Carell. It's a funny little quirky movie. It's not for everyone. It's like Juno. Not a lot of people get Juno, and not a lot of people get Little Miss Sunshine. But I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm thankful for my friend that got me this movie. So yeah, like I said, truckload of movies. I don't know where I'm gonna fit so many movies. And honestly, I have so many. I don't know what to recommend. I usually try to recommend the standout movie of the pile, and if I can find it, I'm gonna recommend, just because of the performance. It's so over the top and it's so insane. But Vampire's Kiss, if you can track it down or watch it online, I would definitely recommend it. If you're a fan of Nicolas Cage, I would definitely recommend this because it is so batshit crazy what he does here that it's honestly something to watch. And Jackie Chan, you can't go wrong with Jackie Chan, Mr. Nice Guy. It's a good Jackie Chan movie. So yeah, that was a pickup video. A little sore on my throat because of all the talking. But, yeah. I'm going to cut this off because I'm at 44:55 mark. And I thank so much for anyone that watches me talk for this long about movies. Thinking what else I can do to add to the channel because it's become basically pickup videos. And but I'll think of something. I'll try to think of something, and I'm seeing if I can include my daughter in this. But like always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 signing out.